Hi everyone, it's Charlotte here today and I'm going to be doing an exciting review of the STAYbowl. I was kindly sent these by Nikki from Snoozie's Cozies, and she is one of the UK suppliers, and I think maybe only the UK supplier over here. You can get your hands on these in the US, that is where they come from, and I will explain the story behind them. So the story is that a father and his daughter came up with this design because their guinea pigs kept tipping over their just normal ceramic or normal other plastic bowls, and obviously that was just wasting a lot of food. And they also wanted a bowl that had the exact amount of pellets if you leveled it out for 2 piggies. So if you level it up to this level, it will be exactly right for 2 piggies, which is what the minimum amount of piggies you should be having together. So it is a great design, and it's really simple and really effective, and I can see already it's going to be really effective because they're going to put their paws on the side here or even just here, and they're going to eat through here and not be able to knock it. The reason Nikki sent me one of these, she actually sent me this pink one, and at the same time I decided to order a purple just because I've got 4 piggies. She passed on that feedback that I would really love obviously a pink colour, because at the time there was only a blue, and I'm not avert to blue, but I'm not overly bothered and keen about it. I think, as you know from my aesthetics on this channel, it's definitely more girly based, so pinks and purples were definitely more up my street. But now she does pink, purple, blue and green, and that's absolutely lovely, and it's perfect for anyone purchasing, and you can get your desired colour. Now I will put the prices for these on the screen, but I do know that when I purchased this one, when she was sending the pink one originally, this was £6.80 from Snoozie's Cozies. However, it was on sale, so I will try and put both prices on the screen, but I think for £6.80 it's a bargain, but even a little bit more, it's a really good price for something that's going to be lasting and is really nice and durable, and is going to do the job perfectly. Nikki from Snoozie's Cozies was the lady I was on about who actually sent me the pink STAYbowl, and I'm really appreciative of that, so thank you so much, Nikki. But this is a guide that actually comes with the STAYbowl when you purchase it, which I will zoom out and show you. But I'm going to read through it if you can't read it from where you are. But it says, "Thank you for treating your pets to a new STAYbowl. Please make sure that you wash it before its first use. When filled with the top, STAYbowls hold exactly the right amount of food for 2 guinea pigs for 1 day. As most owners overfeed their guinea pigs, you may think that this will not be enough, but it is. Overfeeding can lead to obesity and the obvious health risks associated with it, e.g. heart problems, bladder problems and diabetes. It can also lead to dental and digestive problems, as pigs that are full of pellets will be less inclined to eat hay. In brackets, hay should make up 80% of a guinea pig's daily diet." So I think if you've been watching this channel, you all know that is completely true, and that I do measure out my guinea pig's pellets normally, if I'm using a normal bowl, to having 1/8 of a cup each per day. For 2 guinea pigs to share, feed half a STAYbowl of pellets in the morning and half STAYbowl of pellets in the evening. Feed unlimited hay and a cupful of fresh vegetables per pig daily. And I think that's really nice that they've added that in, and they've just mentioned that. Well, actually I think it's Nikki that sent this. "Please do not overfill your STAYbowl, as just like any other bowl, if you overfill a STAYbowl, the food will spill out of it as the guinea pigs eat. Any queries at all, do please get in touch, as I'll only be too happy to help, Nikki." So that's really nice that they send this with the STAYbowl, and I think it's in particular Nikki from Snoozie's Cozy who writes this up, or maybe prints it off for it. But I'm really happy with that. I think it's really good for, especially for new owners and people who aren't so aware of how much a guinea pig needs to eat, and pellets and hay and everything like that, and vegetables. So I'm really happy that she sends this along with the STAYbowl, and I'm now going to get on finally with the close-ups of the STAYbowl. So I'll begin with the lovely bright pink colour, and I'm sure all of you agree that this is very much me, and I absolutely actually do love the like the name of it printed on the bowl. I think that's a really nice touch, and just says STAYbowl. And then on the underside, it's all like this, so you can actually stack them. So if you have multiple, obviously, pairs, then you can just stack them, and it's really, really easy to store. And I think this is a really good touch that they've done with it, along with the fact that it is nice and durable and just makes it easier to store as well if you're not using them on a daily basis. So I think that's really, really handy. So the STAYbowl itself, I will put the measurements probably on the screen, but you can see from my hand it's a fairly decent size, and it's the actual bowl part is obviously smaller, and that is because of the reason, because you don't want to overfeed your pellets. So you'll have it level to this, and I will example it in a minute. I'll put some pellets in here and show you what I mean. And I will probably use my measurer just to see exactly if it is exactly. I'm sure it is, but I just want to I'm a bit nosy and just want to have a little check with that. But I absolutely love this design. I think it's really nice and simple, and it's really going to be effective. There's no way a guinea pig can tip this. You know, obviously they can slide it, but there's no way that they can tip it over and get all the nuggets and the pellets out. It's a really, really good design, and I'm surprised that no one's come up with it before this. But I'm really, really appreciative to the father and daughter who did, because I think this is going to save a lot of people hassle, and also just, to be honest, it's mainly the hassle, isn't it, of having to measure out their pellets, but also to have to pick up their pellets from the floor and all the wasted ones and everything. It's going to save money for a lot of people too. My pigs don't generally tip over their bowls, however they have in the past, because a lot of them lean up on the sides of it and pull it towards them. I know Clara does that in particular, so this will probably prevent that. The only thing that I am more concerned about, for the fact that my pigs are still bonding and obviously a little bit dominant at the moment, is that because the bowl is so small, like in circumference, I'm worried that two pigs will fight over it. But that's only if you've got like dominant pigs, so that's my only concern. But I think it should be fine, because normally they take turns, so we'll see. But that is the pink colour, as you've seen just before, and then this is the beautiful purple, and I absolutely adore this purple colour. And on this one you can see the logo a lot better and clearer. Okay, so I've got the pellets just to the right of me now, so I'm just going to open them up. And I'll just show you, to start with, my little scoop that I normally use. And this is a 1/4 cup, and this is for 2 pigs. So this is the same amount as what's in here, apparently. So we shall see. So I actually use Oxbow Cavi Cuisine pellets. So this is just a full cup of a 1/4 cup. This is for 2 pigs. So let's put this in. So, as you can see, it fits lovely in here. The only thing I would say is that it's slightly lower than the actual level of this bowl. So I don't know if it's that my 1/4 cup is off or anything, but they do say to fill it all the way to the top, like for the level of it. So let me show you. Oh, I've overfilled it. This is me, Calamity Charlotte. That is what I would call a level bowl of this. Now it's just over the 1/8 of a cup measurement, so I don't think it would be that much of a concern. So if I were filling this up on a normal basis, I would probably just fill a little bit less, or to be honest, I'd probably use my scoop anyway, because it's easier to transfer the pellets into the bowl. But that is a level, and I'm trying to show you as best I can without tipping them. But there, you can kind of see that's the level. So that is the level, and as I showed you before, I will actually show you in the second bowl. So let me just tip these back in. So that's the difference. So as you can see, that's got obviously a higher percentage of pellets in it, and that is what the STAYbowl is recommending. And this has got a lower percentage, which is what my 1/8 of a cup well, quarter of a cup for 2 pigs. So I don't think the difference is too astronomical that it would really affect your guinea pig's health. So I wouldn't be too worried about that difference. I don't think it's anything to really be concerned about. But I was just interested to see if it was the exact measurement or not. And obviously we've kind of worked out that it's a little bit over in the STAYbowl. If you're really overly concerned, you could just not fill it to the tops, like you could just fill it slightly under. It's probably about like ½ centimetre under. To be honest, it's not even that much, so I wouldn't be too concerned, but I just wanted to test that out because I don't think that anyone else who's done this STAYbowl review has actually tested that, and I think it would be an important step really just to double check. I'm going to pop it in the cage, and I'm probably just going to fill them up, this one up to the top as well as the STAYbowl recommends. I think you can hear them. Are you getting excited? There we go. So I think that's just about level 2, which is perfect. So I think you can hear that they are all weaking, and I'm now going to show you them eating them and obviously giving them to them. So let's go over to the pig. Okay, piggies. Are you all ready? Are you? You all ready? Do you want them? Okay, let's give you that bowl, and we'll give you, oh, put that one there. So they seem to be obviously using them absolutely perfectly, and Clara's come back to, Clara's not the massive fan of pellets to be honest, so she's had a little munch, but that's about it. But as you can see, 2 pigs can nicely share, and that is Daphne and Arabella over there, so they are sharing nicely. And I know that I mentioned before about my concerns that they might just push each other out the way, but they're actually being really, really good, and that's a nice thing to see. Finley's got a whole bowl to himself because he's a lucky boy. I'm impressed so far with the STAYbowl. I think it's a really good product, and I think it's a really good one, especially for beginners who aren't sure how much to feed their guinea pig, and for guinea pigs that do tip over their bowl a lot. So I'm very, very impressed, and you can actually see little Daphne's little paw on the STAYbowl there. I'll have to show you, but they're so cute. And I think the colours, obviously I will zoom out and show you how they go with the cage setup at the moment. They're just like a perfect fit really, so I'm very, very happy with how they look. My only other comment to say about the STAYbowl, other than obviously great comments, is that because it's plastic, that it can actually harbour a lot of bacteria once it's been scratched and chewed and everything, and my girls do tend to like to chew a little bit of plastic, so I'm more concerned about that, but I'm going to see obviously how it goes within the day. But I think that overall it's going to be a lovely little bowl, especially if you're travelling or if you are feeding them at floor time, something that's easy just to carry and everything like that. And I just think it's a really nice little bowl, and I love the colours that they come in now, and I'm really glad they took on the feedback of that. So I'm really happy with them, and I think they're going to last very well. I'm pretty sure they're dishwasher safe too, and I think they're definitely worth the money. I mean, people might say that £6.80 or even more when it's normal price is a lot for a STAYbowl. However, they are imported from the US to start with, so there are custom fees that Nikki has to go through, but also these are going to last your guinea pigs like a long time, like their lifetime. They're plastic, they're durable, they're going to be dishwasher safe, they have enough room obviously for the pellets, they have the exact amount really, and they are non-tip, so it's really, really good in that aspect, and I'm really happy overall. I would definitely rate these and recommend them to anyone who has guinea pigs, especially first time owners. And I'm really appreciative to Nikki from Snoozie's Cozies for sending me the pink one, and so I just want to say a big thank you again, and also a thank you to the creators of the STAYbowl, because I think it's a fantastic design, and it's going to definitely be something that is useful for a lot of guinea pig owners. And I'm sure in time they will probably create bigger bowls for groups of guinea pigs. Yeah, it's just great. I think the STAYbowl is a lovely, lovely design. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and I do hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. and maybe you will go and have a look at Snoozie's Cozies and also the STAYbowl website. So thank you again, and I shall speak to you in my next one. Bye!